Supreme Court on Monday had the case filed by Atiku and Peter Obi. Oh yes, this is what we got from the sitting. 5 of the judges out of 7 did not say a word. They just sat there like Mumu Clarence Thomas of the US Supreme Court. Nothing. But the judges also banned foreign journalists from coming into the court. No, I don't understand those old men. I don't understand. As if that will stop them from writing their stories. I don't get it. But they think that way. Anyway, one of the judges, Justice Okoro, asked what they should consider. The letter from Chicago State University saying that Tinubu graduated from the school, or what was said under oath during the deposition by the registrar of the university. Yes! That is a judge asking us and the lawyer to Atiku. Yes! Whether he should accept Tinubu's what he should accept. If the person asking this question is a market woman, I won't be troubled. But a judge of the Supreme Court, hey, he does not know what is more powerful. Something typed on a piece of paper, Joleba, or something said under oath. Anyway, the honorable justices after that reserved judgment. But
thank you so much. I'm your body say great. Nigeria is in a state of what I may call supreme confusion. How can it be said that INEC will conduct election and upload close to 20,000 blank papers, block images, and pictures as polling booth results, with no figure, no score attached to them, then awarded victory to the candidate of their choice? And the court said that person was duly elected. How can it be said that on technical ground, the court will see a clear case of forgery? There is nothing to prove. A clear case of forgery. There is no argument about that. Nobody is in doubt as to whether somebody forged certificate or not. Yet, the Supreme Court will tell you that very person was duly elected. You see, whether you admit no evidence or not, the truth is already in public domain. That Nigeria is afflicted. Nigeria is carrying the reproach of a sitting president that graduated from Government College Lagos in 1970. And the whole world now knows that the said Government College Lagos was established in 1974. In every international conference, Tinubu will always be remembered by other heads of state as that man that graduated from a school that was not in existence. Leave that of a Chicago State University apart. Leave that one. Leave the issue of gender or female or male. Leave that one. Leave the multiple deaths of birth but he will be remembered. It becomes an identity. Something people always make reference to. Remember, the internet will never forget that Nigerian president attended a school and graduated from that school 4 years before the school was established. How would Tinubu advise, what type of advice would Tinubu give to Nigerian students? Will he tell our youths to read their books? Will Tinubu tell Nigerian students to work hard? Will he tell them honesty is the best policy? Will he tell them to put their trust in God? The truth of the matter is that there seems to be no hope of free and fair election again in Nigeria. The court had indirectly empowered INEC to do the unthinkable. The over 300 billion wasted on 2023 election, general election, on beavers, on IRF, have just gone, serve no useful purpose. As long as election results cannot be electronically transmitted, INEC can release guidelines and do away with it, do whatever they feel like. In fact, it is believed that all the INEC recs in all the states are predominantly those that already had made up their mind to work for APC. Tinubu had successfully been declared the winner of the war. But one thing would remain elusive. The peace he will not win. Peace, Tinubu and APC will not win. All the days in Aso Rock, Tinubu will carry a heavy moral burden. Even all those people around him, he told them, your job is secured now. It's not secured. They are carrying a heavy moral burden. The ethnic profiling of the Igbos in Lagos, like a flashcard, will always stand before Tinubu. The blank papers uploaded as result sheets by INEC will always stand before Tinubu. That INEC uploaded House of Rep result sheets, uploaded senatorial result sheets, but that of the presidential election, INEC refused to upload it. That will always stand before Tinubu. What the appeal court and the Supreme Court did is inconsequential. Nigerians already know the winner of 2023 presidential election. It will be impossible for Tinubu to win the peace. It will never happen. He will occupy a position, but undoubtedly, Nigerians will not be with him. Even heaven will not be with him. Because God will by no means clear the guilty, neither will God ever acquaint the wicked. So heaven will never be with him, no matter who is there to pray. I will appeal to Nigerians not to give up. We must take back our country. We must be able to encourage the youths to work hard and not to follow the lifestyle of Tinubu. We must encourage the youths to save themselves from the shadow of those in power now. Do not follow their example. Hard work still pays. Certain identity is still the best way of life. We will put up effort, serious effort, to help Nigerian youths to know that they must not follow the example of these corrupt politicians at all levels. It's not an easy task, but God will help us. Let us begin now. It is unfortunate. Millions of people said they will not vote again. Let us still accept responsibility to go back to the field and plead with them to still come out and vote. Even when the man nobody will ever trust again, Yakubu, Mahmoud, or whatever they call him, is still there to work for the paymasters. Not for the Nigerian people, but let Nigerian people still, against hope, believe in hope, and come out and vote. We'll still have to encourage them. It's so painful, the way things are. May Nigerians not give up on their country. May Nigerians not give up on their country. Tinubu, you have won the war, but the peace, forget it. No matter how hard you try, forget it. It will not work. British statesman said no wealth or opposition can long endure except the foundation is built on truth and justice. For that reason, forget the peace. It will never come. You will be celebrating something you know the way you got it. And the Supreme Court justices will always carry a heavy moral burden. Those in prison should be released. Let them go. We should apologize to whosoever was removed from office as a result of forgery allegation. We should apologize to them. We should tell them we are sorry. You see, it makes no sense when you argue. The parts, the whole world knows. The whole world knows. Whether there is morality in law or not, the whole world knows. It's so painful, but God will see us through. Let us share this video and subscribe to this channel. Tinubu has won the war, but not the peace. And the peace, he will never win. But the Nigerian people should not give up. We must take back our country. Share this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Lecture of the Africa World Lecture Series at Princeton University in the United States, where she introduced Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi as the man who, according to popular opinion, won the presidential election. The award-winning novelist, who had written to U.S. President Joe Biden expressing dissatisfaction over the process of the presidential election, spoke on Wednesday before the Supreme Court judgment on Thursday. She said some of her literary works were inspired by rage, stirred up by the happenings in Nigeria, particularly referencing the elections. Well, while introducing Peter Obi, Chimamanda described him as a man who she deeply respects.
So in Nigeria, when events happen and when there's a big woman or a big man, people say, we want to recognize the presence of... So I'm going to ask you to let me be very Nigerian today and say that I want to recognize the presence of a man I deeply respect and a man who I think is a beacon of hope, not just for Nigeria, but for Africa. And he's the man who many of us know won the elections in Nigeria. He's here with us, Mr. Peter Obi. I just want to let you all know that he's going to tell me off for doing this because he didn't want it to be known. And he is also an example of that very rare quality in politicians, which is genuine humility.